What's up, everybody? Get ready, because today we're diving headfirst into the absolutely crazy world of Brainrot Evolution on Roblox. We're going to talk about how you go from like a super small little guy to a total legend who can take on the whole galaxy.
All right, so let's get right into it. What's the whole point of the game? It's super simple, really. You collect these kind of weird but awesome creatures called Brainrots. You level them up, watch them evolve, and just become ridiculously powerful. That's it. Get bigger, get stronger, and have a blast doing it.
Okay, every great journey's got to start somewhere, right? And for us, it all begins in Patapin Park. Yep, this is the very first spot where you'll get to meet and catch your very first Brainrot.
All right, check these guys out. These are your first possible friends. You actually start the game with Tralalero Tralala. He's the original, the very first Brainrot in the game. I mean, look at him, only 10 health, so he's not super strong, but hey, this is just the start. It only gets better from here.
So to get out of the park, you've got a challenge ahead of you. You got to beat the zone boss, take down Lil Lily, Lari La. He's got 300 health, and boom, you unlock the next world.
All right, so that first part, that was just the tutorial. Now things start to get really crazy. The numbers in this game are about to get so big. You are not ready for this. And here we go. Welcome to Brainrot City. See what I'm talking about? We're not dealing with hundreds of health anymore. We're in the thousands. This place is also a huge deal because this is where you can get Bonica Ambalabu and do your very first rebirth.
So you're probably asking, what's a rebirth? Well, imagine you're playing a board game and you get to go back to the start, but this time you get to keep all your best power-up cards. That's kind of what it is. You start over, but you get these permanent boosts that make you level up way faster the next time around. It's the secret sauce for getting super powerful later.
And this just shows how fast things ramp up. You get to the Larala Desert, and all of a sudden you're fighting creatures with like 15k, 30k health. The boss, a whopping 65,000. And you know, a little side note, players absolutely love the Raccoony and Pinguino characters. I mean, look at them, they're super cute, right? You think 65,000 is a lot? Ugh, just you wait. We're just getting started. The numbers from here on out are just mind-blowing. So you keep playing, you go through a few more worlds, and suddenly you're up against bosses like Orcalero or Kala. And this guy has 1.5 million health. Seriously, remember back in the park when 300 health seemed like a big deal? Yeah, that's nothing now.
Okay, hold on to your hats. Next up, you get to a place called Glorbo Heights, and the first Brainrot you see, the weakest one in the whole zone, has 150 trillion health. That's a 150 with 12 zeros. It's just wild.
And you think that's insane? The boss of Glorbo Heights, Nightmare Sahor, has 2.5 quadrillion health. What even is that number? It's so big it barely fits on the screen. It's completely bonkers. So okay. You've done a bunch of rebirths. You're fighting things with quadrillions of health. You are officially a legend. But what's next? What does the end of the game look like? Let's jump forward and see the final worlds.
Welcome to Goat Galaxy. This is where the numbers get so ridiculously big that the game literally just puts question marks. It can't even count that high. And you have to see this. One of the Brainrots here, Ilmustodontico, is so massive that in its animation it just kicks planet Earth around like a soccer ball. How cool is that?
All right, as of right now, the final zone in the game is Strawberry Land. It looks super colorful and tasty. And the final boss here, well, you might actually recognize this guy from the internet.
That's right! It's the strawberry elephant from that Smurf Cat meme. You know the one. The game is just packed with hilarious stuff like this, which makes finding new worlds so much fun.
But wait, it's not all about the big numbers. If you're someone who loves to explore and find hidden things, then you're gonna love this part. There are so many secrets packed into this game.
For example, you can spend time hunting for secret creatures that have like a 1% chance of even spawning. You can get awesome pets from your daily rewards, and you can even get a sneak peek at some of the super powerful characters that only the game developers get to use. There's always something new to look for.
You know what's also really cool? The game is always being updated. So some of the Brainrots you see here didn't always exist. The very first creature in the game wasn't even Tralalero Tralala. It was this other one. And some got replaced because players just didn't like them. It's like finding lost game lore.
And you just have to appreciate the funny little details the creators threw in. They give these characters so much personality. Like, look at Bob Burrito Bandito. He has a gun, but instead of shooting it, he just bonks enemies on the head with it. Or Leonelli Cactus Ellie, this little cactus guy who hops around like a rabbit. And then there's a Brainrot that literally has an eyeball just floating next to it for no reason. The weird stuff is what makes it so great.
So what's the whole point of all this? Brainrot Evolution seems pretty simple at first, right? But it's this awesome, epic journey. It's all about starting small with your little 10 health buddy and just enjoying the ride as you become powerful enough to kick planets around. It's a blast.
And that's our look into the absolutely bananas world of Brainrot Evolution. And the game is still growing. I heard they're adding new Brainrots like Chef Crabacadabra and Benanita Dolphinita soon, so I gotta ask you, which one are you most excited to see? Let us know down below. Thanks for hanging out with us.